Right now, ladies and gentlemen, the Club Venus proudly presents the star of our show. Would you welcome, please, Columbia record recording artist, Mr. Mel Torme.
Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so tired of this dull routine. Up to town on the 8:15, back in bed every night and then get up and do it all over again. I really don't know what I'd do if it weren't for you, only you. Up at dawn and sleepy and yawning, still the taste of wine. 'Cause I remember you're mine and I've got a world that's fine. What's before me? Routines that bore me. Punch the clock at 8. But what a lucky guy I am. I got a world that's great. Atom bombs, Cape Kennedy and false alarms. Half the universe is up in arms. So I flip a little to one to London you. What's the hassle? I'll buy the castle. We can live like kings if we're together forever. I got a world that you got a world that we got a world that swings. I got no mansions, got no yacht. Still I am happy with what I've got. 'Cause I remember you're mine and I've got a world that swings. I got the world down a string and I'm sitting on a rainbow. Got the string around my finger. The string reminds me that you're mine and I've got a world that swings. Atom bombs, Cape Kennedy and false alarms. Half the universe is up in arms. So I flip a little to until I'm holding you. What's the hassle? I'll buy the castle. We can live like kings if we're together forever. I got a world, you got a world, he's got a world, she's got a world that swings. I got a world that swings. You got a world that swings. Any way you look at it, I got a world that swings. Yeah! I got a swinging crowd on my hands.
Hi there, sports fans.
Thank you. Good evening.
And now, here is Tommy Ryan to ask the musical question, I love you.
Strangers in the night, exchanging glances, wandering in the night. What were the chances we'd be sharing love before the night was through? Something in your eyes was so exciting. Something in your smile was so inviting. Something in my heart told me I must have you. Strangers in the night, two lonely people, we were strangers in the night. Until that moment when we said our first hello. Little did we know, love was just a glance away, a warm embracing dance away. And ever since that night, we've been together, lovers at first sight. In love forever, it turned out so right. For strangers in the night. Ever since that night, we've been together, lovers at first sight. In love forever, it turned out so right. For strangers in the night. Doobie doobie doo, scum dee dee wum dum, vodle deedle do, scow dippy zippy poo poo. It turned out so right. For strangers in the night, in the night, stranglers in the night. Thank you.
Oh, there is goodness and mercy out there, by George.
Thank you so much. What the hell am I smiling about? I'm a Dodger fan. It's pretty sad, huh? You got to admit, when they go for a record, though, like the other day with Willie Davis, they really go for a record, right? It's all I can say to you people out here in Baltimore is, wait till last year. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's delightful to see you tonight. Thank you for being with us, and may I say that it's great to be back in Baltimore. It's been a long time since I played here. The last time was at a club. It was a little upholstered sewer on Charles Street called the Schroeder Club. So you can imagine how great it is to be in a beautiful club like the Venus. I'm just so delighted that they've put this place together and that it's going so well. Now, I don't do a lot of talk in my act, ladies and gentlemen. I mostly sing, and I'd like to get right to it by doing a rather interesting song for you. You might call this a medley of my hit, because actually, I recorded this in a live album not too long ago, and it now appears in a brand new LP of mine on the Columbia label, ladies and gentlemen. I'm rather fond of this LP. It's called Mel Torme Sings Songs for Swinging Nudists, among them Cheek to Cheek. And my own particular favorite in this particular album, People Will See We're in Love. Now, you're thinking, I like that. Well, I'll tell you why I do this. I know that it seems a little bit strange, but I haven't seen an act in show business for the last 16, 18 months, ladies and gentlemen, that doesn't allude, at least once in their act, to nudity. That's a new big thing in this country. You know, Vegas with all the nude shows. And the wildest is San Francisco, because that town has gone so topless happy. You can't believe it. Every topless supermarkets, topless drugstores, forget it. There's a girl there that dances the topless in a club in North Beach in San Francisco, a girl by the name of Carol Doda. Now, I don't know if you read about this girl in Life magazine about 3-4 months ago, ladies and gentlemen, but this is a girl that went to a doctor in San Francisco and had silicone injected into her. Now, before she had these injections, she was just
A nice average American girl. Sitting around the house baking fudge cake and chocolate chip cookies in evening gowns and high-heeled shoes. Whoopee.
Now, she went to this doctor, she had these injections done, and through the course of these silicone injections, this girl has become phenomenally endowed. I went and I saw this girl dance a topless. I don't know what I can tell you about her act, ladies and gentlemen, except she falls over a lot. And she crawls around, she tries to sit up. That's the whole act. That's the act. You ready for it? And it's not quite fair, but she's got a new wrinkle in the act now, because at the same time she dances the topless, at the same time she plays the accordion. Not too much music, but a lot of screaming. Well, I don't want to stand here bore you with a lot of marvelous material, ladies and gentlemen. So we'd like to get right to it. This is a Cole Porter song. I know you all know it. And it starts with our bass player, a very talented young man named Inks, who's a very fine bassist, cellist, plays the violin, the viola, the 16th century lute, the nose flute, and would you believe it? He's an ex-Nazi Luftwaffe pilot. Would you believe a corporal in the Romanian army? Inks, good evening! We will now play the number directly before you, and you will enjoy it. There will be no deviation from the melody. There will be no improvisation. Please do not try to be creative. Just play every note precisely as it is written upon the paper, yes? One wrong note, and need I remind you, you still have relatives living in Germany. Now, here we go. 1, 2, 3, spiel. It's a hell of a bit for a nice Jewish boy to do it. It's the wrong time and the wrong place. Though your face is very lovely, it's the wrong face. It's not her face, but it's a charming face, so it's all right with me. It's the wrong song, in the wrong style. Though your smile is very charming, it's the wrong smile. It's not her smile, but it's a real Hyattsville smile. Yeah. It's all right with me. Well, you can't know how happy I am that we met. I'm strangely attracted to you. Someone I'm trying so hard to forget. Don't you want to forget someone too? It's the wrong game with the wrong chips. Though your lips are very tempting, they're the wrong lips. They are not her lips, hey, but they're tempting lips. So it's all right with me. You can't know how happy I am that we met. I'm strangely attracted to you. someone I'm trying so hard to forget. Don't you want to forget someone? Well, it's a wrong game with the wrong chips. Though your lips are very tempting, they're the wrong lips. They are not her lips, hey, but they're tempting lips. So if some night at the Club Venus you're free, well, it's alright. Yes, it's alright with me. It's the wrong game with the wrong chips. But ooh, those lips, jig those lips, crazy lips. I tell you, those black magic cats. It's Billy. It's Billy Graham. Get the feeling this whole audience over here is on videotape. Can't get the lips off of my mind. Big, fat, sloppy. Oh. When there were 3 children from the land of Israel, Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego, took a trip to the land of Babylon. Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego. When they got to Babylon, they saw those Babylonian lips, ancient lips, biblical chops. No. You give me fever. Fever in the morning. Fever in the winter time. Those fever blisters. Oh my God.
16 tons, and what do you get?
Pretty heavy lips. Meanwhile, back at the lips. Well, it's alright. Yes, it's alright. With me, with me, with me, with me.